People do work hard for exams, and sometimes it can feel that a mark doesn't reflect the work that's gone into it. Unfortunately, that is something that we call academic judgment, and that is a ground that is considered invalid for appeals. However, there can be other things that might have impacted you that you might not have considered. It's always a good idea to come and talk to someone about how you're feeling and to see if there might have been something else that you haven't mentioned or haven't thought of that might have actually impacted you. There are lots of stages to appealing. You can try informally. You can go through the formal stages, stage 1 and stage 2. And here in the Advice Hub, what we can do is we can talk to you about what you're feeling, what you think, and if you need to complete any paperwork, we can help you work out what to put in the form. We can have a look at the form that you need to complete. We can give feedback, check it all before you submit it, and give you advice about where that then needs to be submitted. We guide you through the process so you don't feel alone when you're going through an appeal, because it can feel quite personal, because it is personal, it's about you, and that's where we come in.
It is really important to tell the university about difficult experiences as soon as you can. And as well as talking to your personal tutor, it is important to fill out a mitigating circumstances application. And the reason for that is it gives the university the information and the paperwork that they need to understand what you've been going through and then consider what impact that has had on your work and on your results. Don't put off filling it in. We'll talk you through how to do it and we'll help you do it and we'll tell you where to submit it. At the end of every semester, each school will convene a meeting where all the applications are considered. The school will then make a recommendation about any action that they might want to take to support you. So you don't want to be late, you don't want your application to miss that meeting, otherwise there are still things you can do, but it's a little more complicated. So the message is, try to meet that deadline.
I think the important thing to remember is that we all feel anxious at some point in our lives. And sometimes that anxiety can be situational, such as being at university, or it can be a longer term condition. And here in the Advice Hub, we understand that anxiety can impact your life, impact your studies, and we will talk through how you're feeling and where that feeling might have come through. We might need to signpost you to other services such as counselling or to the thinking of leaving process. But the important thing is to start talking to someone about how you're feeling, because once you start talking, sometimes that anxiety can actually disappear. And it might not actually be about university itself, but just all the other things that you're experiencing in your life that have made you feel that way. So just pop in.